Welcome to today's breakout episode. And I'm excited that I'm joined by Mark and John. And this is going to be a very, very interesting show because it's a story that has also inspired me a lot. And it's great work that needs to be heard by people. It's work that needs to be spread around the world. So now I'm interested, like, how did it all begin? How did it all start? Because I read something like from high school, if I'm not mistaken, that's when the whole thing started.
Well, that is what sorry. First, do you want to say hello and introduce us?
I will. Hi, my name is John. This is my dad, Mark. We are John Crazy Socks.
John's Crazy Socks. And what's our mission?
Our mission is spreading happiness.
So you have it right. We just celebrated our fifth anniversary. And
Mm,
if you go back a little over 5 years, where
mhm.
were you?
I, I was in a hunting high school on the other side of the United States, and I'm going to be my last year of school.
So it was going to be John's last year of school. And
Mm,
here's something to know about John. He's an athlete. He's a dancer.
Yes, I am.
You're a ladies' man and an entrepreneur. He's all of those things, but he also has Down syndrome.
wow.
So John was now beginning to look to see what would you do after when school ended, right?
Right.
And what were you looking at?
I look at job, program, and school. I go back to upside down like.
He didn't see any good options. And
Mm,
unfortunately, that's a reality throughout the world. It's true here in the United States, but it's true in other countries. There
mm,
just aren't enough good options for
mm,
people with the differing ability. But John
wow.
here, he is a natural entrepreneur. If
Wow.
he didn't see a job he wanted, what were you going to do?
I said I want to create one. I want to make one.
He'll just make one. And what'd you tell me?
I said I want to go be with my dad. I want to have a nice fellas that been together.
Which is very great. Comes to me, says, Dad, let's go into business together, right? And so I'm a lucky man. I have three sons. This is the youngest of my sons, and this is one I can work with.
Wow.
um, so after we batted around some ideas of what we could do, and eventually John had his eureka moment. And what
Mm-hmm.
was it?
I want to sell crazy socks. Why socks? It's fun. It's colorful. It's creative. I'll always let me be me. I want creative socks my whole life.
That's right. So here's what we figured. If
Mm-hmm.
John loved those socks that much,
Mm-hmm.
surely other people would too.
Would love, yeah, love
So
them.
and that we could connect with our tribe. So we went the lean startup route. Let's
Mm-hmm.
get something up and running and see how
Mm-hmm.
people respond. You already had the name.
I got a name as well a website.
We built a website on the Shopify platform. We had a
Wow.
little bit of inventory. We were
Mm-hmm.
bootstrapping. So we didn't have much resources, and you got to make do with what you have.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
the only marketing we did was to set up a Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
And I would take out my cell phone and we made videos. And
Wow.
who was in those videos?
I'm talking about socks. Socks, more socks.
And we
Uh,
noticed something. People started sharing those videos. And then we opened. What day?
I will open on Friday, December 9th, 2016.
mm-hmm.
And we were very fortunate. We got what felt like a flood of orders the first day. We got 42 orders. And
Wow.
most of them were local. We live in a town called Huntington. You were in Huntington High School. We had
Yep.
temporary office space there. So most of them were local. And what did you decide to do with those orders?
Our home delivery.
We did home deliveries. We got red boxes. We put the
Mm-hmm.
socks in the box. And we looked at it and said, it needs something else. So what else did you put in?
I put the note I wrote and candy. I
John did
put,
a handwritten thank you
yep.
note. And we got Hershey's Kisses, little chocolate candies, and filled up the box with those. And we
Wow.
loaded up the car and
Yes,
drove around, and you knocked on doors delivering socks.
I did.
And we'd be out sometimes at 10:30 at night, and John's knocking on doors, right? John,
Wow.
with your socks here. And
I
and how did the customers respond?
cut the lobster and they took a photo, taking pictures. I,
Mm-hmm.
I, I put it on the social media. I would against a spread.
Mm-hmm.
So we had customers ordering again just to
Yeah.
get them to come back to their door, to their house. So we learned a few things by
Yes.
testing this idea. One,
One, people want better socks. Two, people want better socks from me.
they wanted to buy from John. They
That,
related to
that
John.
that was that emotional attachment.
Yes, they
Wow.
liked the personal touch. Even if they weren't getting a home delivery, they liked that. They liked the handwritten note and the candy. They liked the fact we had already pledged 5% of our earnings to the Special Olympics. And why the Special Olympics?
I am better Olympic athlete.
And
Mm.
something that surprised us, we
Mm-hmm.
got some very emotional responses from people
People.
because they had a child with Down syndrome or a relative or a friend or somebody with autism, and they saw hope with John.
Wow.
And then the other thing, you learn by doing. So we learned that this young man
This is old man.
and this old man, we could
Mm.
sell socks.
Yeah.
So that's how we got started.
So you, I'm sure when you as John's partner and at the same time as his dad, when did you, I'm sure there's a point where you are just like, I think we have to go into business, not worrying about what people are going to say, the discouragement in the idea. From the start, you believed in him according to your story.
I did.
Now, there are people
Absolutely.
out there. There are people out there, for example, like you have said, maybe someone has a small challenge or physical challenge, and they're in a space where, they don't really have the adequate support system. What's your message to like the guardians or parents of those people?
I don't care who you are, there are always going to be challenges. Um,
Exactly.
and you could kind of put people in two large categories.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
There are folks who will tell you all the reasons why they can't do something,
mm-hmm.
all the reasons why it's too hard or too complicated or I don't have this. And
Yeah.
then there's another group that say, okay, what are we going to do? How do we get this done?
Mm,
And my son John here, there were points in my life when
mm.
I thought he needed my help.
Wow.
I had to lift him up. But you know what I've learned?
Mm,
I needed him.
wow.
He has lifted me up. He has showed me what's possible.
Mm,
John is very strong and he's very creative, a great problem solver. Um, one of the things that I recognize in my own life,
mm-hmm.
and I see the same thing in John,
Yes.
even when he was a child and
Mm-hmm.
when I was a kid,
Yeah.
we were both entrepreneurs. We didn't have the language for it,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
but you
mm-hmm.
could look back and see he was a problem solver. Things weren't going to hold him back.
Mm,
I'll tell you, two little small examples.
yeah. Yes.
One, and part of, context here, I told you John is our youngest son. With
Mm,
all three of our children, we thought part of parenting was to promote their independence, let them do things on their own, which also means let them fail. So
mm,
on this one time, my wife and I were out. John was home alone,
yeah.
and he wanted to eat something, and he was going to heat it up in a microwave oven.
Mm-hmm,
But our microwave oven was broken.
mm-hmm.
So what did John do? Well, somebody else, they would have just felt bad and complained
Yeah.
and said, my microwave is broken. What did he do? He took the bowl of, I think it was mac and cheese you were going to make.
Yeah.
Mm,
He went to a neighbor's house and said, can I use your microwave oven? He was
wow.
going to solve that problem. There was another time, and John used to attend a summer school in our school district.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I ran into the principal someplace, and she said, Mark, John is doing such a great job organizing the talent show.
Wow.
I said, oh, great. What's the talent show? Well, John had decided, you probably got it from one of those crazy TV shows you watch,
No,
right? Where'd the idea come from?
I'm actually one of my good friend Nick Smith.
Had,
Nick Smith, he was organized a talent show,
okay.
and he left there.
So
Wow.
John had the idea of starting a talent show. He went to the principal and said, we should have a talent show. And then he organized it. He went around all the teachers, all the students. He didn't come to me and ask for help, but this was a natural thing. He had a vision. It was something he wanted to do, and you made it happen, right?
I did.
Um, so I don't want to sound trite, and I don't want to say that it's always easy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it does matter to have people around you that support you.
Mm.
And for us, yes, it's me supporting John, but it's also John supporting me,
Yeah.
lifted me up. And in fact, we've done two TEDx talks.
Yeah.
And our first TEDx talk, that's the theme. The theme is that people with different abilities are not waiting for us to help them as much as they are waiting to help us.
Wow.
And I share some quite personal stories about how John did that. John came and saved me. So I'm internally grateful.
Wow. That's really, really, really amazing. And you have always the most interesting part is how you have been it's really sometimes it's difficult for some families, like family, son, father, to do business together. But the connection between the two of you, it's like you move in one at the same frequency. So how do you maintain the pace? Who is doing what? Who is doing this? Who is doing the ideation process and all that?
Well, there are a couple of things. One,
Uh-huh.
um, when we started, it was just John and me. And then
Exactly.
as we grew, um, his mom, my wife, was able to help us out. And she was a really critical part.
Mm-hmm.
We've grown a great team around us.
Mm-hmm.
John has his responsibilities in the business. I have mine. We do a
Mm-hmm.
lot of things together. Um, but I think what it is we both have the same vision and the same commitment to what we're trying to do. And when you focus on that purpose, all the petty stuff falls away. And 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 we happen to think a lot alike and share some outlooks.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I can also share with you his older brother, my middle son, worked with us for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and that was not going well. And he left, and that was a good thing because I think if the two of us stayed together, you would have found us both in a pool of blood on the floor. And understand, I love my son. We get along well, but we weren't cut out to work together. So
Yeah.
the family, the family stuff can be it can be challenging. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
my wife works with us. Your mom works with us. She's
Yeah.
the mama
Same
bear.
mama bear.
Um, And but there are times when like we'll be coming home from work and I'll be talking about something and she'll look at me and say, "Can we please just leave it in the office and come home?" And we have a different role in the office than we do at home, and that can be challenging,
Very true.
right?
So uh now I'm picturing this. There's one interesting part about uh the whole concept of your branding, because I saw something like spreading happiness, and that's the important thing that even John mentioned also at first. What inspired that? Why happiness? Why not joy? Why not help, spreading help? Where did the happiness come from?
Because you like making people happy, right?
I do. I'm making people very happy.
And what do you say are the keys to
Um,
happiness?
One thing is very important to us that is gratitude and to Father.
And John embodies that.
That's it.
So that is our purpose.
Mm,
And here's the thing I think that matters. Um, a lot of organizations, a lot of companies, they have mission statements, and nobody pays any attention to it.
mm,
We talk about spreading happiness every day. And it
exactly.
is the criteria that we use
Mm, mm,
in everything we do in the business.
mm,
Um, and everybody's committed to it.
mm,
Um, and because of that, and
mm,
we could define more about our 5 pillars and what makes up the company.
mm,
When everybody buys into it, then that spreading happiness becomes manifest in everything we do,
mm,
in the way our office looks, in the colors on the walls, in the way we answer the phone, in the products that we pick to sell, in the way we talk and work with our customers or engage in the community. It's
mm.
all driven by that. You know, Maya Angelou
Yeah.
has said, people are not going to remember
Mm,
what you said or even what you did.
mm.
They're going to remember how you made them feel.
Yeah. Wow.
And the we're very fortunate. We have many, many loyal customers, and
Mm-hmm.
we're sharing experiences with them. And the
Mm,
best feedback we get, and we're fortunate we get this a lot, are customers who say, when I put on your socks, they just make me feel good. They make me happy.
yeah.
Because we told you our origin story, right?
Mm,
When we
mm,
started, we had 37 different types of socks, and you could put them all on one table. Today, we have over 4,000 different pairs of choices of socks, which
wow.
makes
That's
John the owner of the world's largest sock store.
mm,
And yet, at the end of the day, we're not really a sock store.
mm,
The socks become the physical manifestation of
mm-hmm.
the story and the purpose.
I like that. I like that. I don't know. Can you just repeat that point? That's really, really mind blowing.
The socks become the
Mm-hmm.
physical manifestation
Mm,
of the purpose and the story that we are
wow.
sharing. And I think, I mean, this is important at a personal level, but it's
Mm-hmm.
also important for a business.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, if all we were doing is selling socks,
Mm,
you wouldn't be talking to us. And we've gone out and counted, right? There are
exactly.
exactly 1 gazillion sock companies out there.
Mm,
All we're doing is selling socks. What do we say? Well, ours are better than yours. Ours don't smell as much as yours.
mm,
We're we're able to differentiate ourselves in the market
wow.
because there is meaning and purpose behind the socks. Um, and but that drives everything we do. We're not just creating transactions with our customers.
Mm,
We're creating customer experiences. Um,
wow.
we're building relationships and connections with our customers that will last. And therefore we have to earn their trust. We have to respect the trust. We got to take care of them. And that comes down to a lot of nuts and bolts, right?
Mm-hmm.
And,
Mm-hmm.
we could tell you about, we so what we created
Mm-hmm.
is a slightly different type of business model. It's a social enterprise. We have a social mission and a business mission, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're,
Mm-hmm.
they're indivisible. They
Yeah.
feed off
Yeah.
of each other.
Yeah.
Overall, we are spreading
Spread
happiness,
happiness.
but we've built the business on 5 pillars.
Eight, spread and hope. Give it back. Find products that you can love. Make it personal.
And the fifth, make it a great place to work.
Wow.
So I'll quickly walk through those.
Sure.
If what we want to do is spread happiness, we have to start at home, right? We have to start in
Yeah.
our business. You know,
Mhm.
we have to offer our colleagues a mission worthy of their commitment.
Mhm.
Everybody has to know why what they do matters. There's no
Yeah.
make work job, there's no cog in a machinery. We have to put them in a position to succeed.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, my job is John's job. We got to set the mission and the tone. But
Yes.
but then we're at the bottom of the org chart
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
our job is to put everybody else in a position to succeed.
Succeed exactly. Mhm.
Um, then making it personal. To this day, every package gets a handwritten thank you note from John and some candy. And yes, we photocopy the the note, but
Wow.
we've shipped over 360,000 packages to 88 different countries. Um, and it's not just sending you socks. When you get that package from us,
Mhm.
it's got John's smiling face on the outside because he's the logo. You
Mhm.
open it up, you get your socks. You get the handwritten note from John. And on the flip side of that, you get the story of John's Crazy Socks and our Giving Back program.
Mhm.
You get a package of candy. And on
Wow.
the packing slip, you see a picture of the name, you see the picture and the name of the person who packed your order. So you're not just getting some socks in a package, you're
Mm.
getting a little dose of happiness. And
And
we
then
know this because
yes.
our customers are posting pictures all the time of their
Right.
packages, right? And and I said, you got everybody buys in. So I'll give you two examples.
Mhm.
We sell socks for diabetics, these high compression socks.
Mhm.
And one day, one of our happiness packers, we do our own fulfillment, so we run a pick and pack warehouse. What do we
Mhm.
call our pickers?
Extracurriculars.
Sock wranglers and happiness packers. So one of our packers comes to us and says, we sell these socks for diabetics, but we're sending them candy. What's wrong with that picture? So
Mhm.
now we have a supply of sugar-free candy. And if you order diabetic socks, we send you the sugar-free
So,
candy.
wow.
If there are people listening and they run a business, they'll
Mhm.
probably segment their email so that it can be more personalized.
Sure.
Well,
Sure.
we segment our fulfillment. We have
Wow.
5 different packages. So everybody gets the same ingredients. You get the note and the candy. But
Mm.
if your first order, you get a different package than if
Mhm.
it's a fifth order, right? It's
Mhm.
anything we can do to make that personal connection.
Connection exactly.
And then fun products you can love. People know us for our social mission, but at our core, we have to be a great e-commerce business. We've got to have a great website. We've got to have great selection. We told you with over
Yeah.
4,000 socks, we have more socks than any other store. The
Mm.
products have to be great. We have over 29,000 five-star reviews.
Mm.
And the service has to be great. We do same day shipping. If an order comes in on a weekday, it's going out that day. We do
Wow.
better shipping than Amazon. And Jeff Bezos over at Amazon, he's not putting the thank you note and candy in his packages. Right?
Mhm.
So you got
Mhm.
to have that great business. Then there's giving back. We told you we started by pledging 5% of our earnings to the Special Olympics,
Mhm. Mhm.
but we've gone on to create products that raise awareness and celebrate causes and raise money for those causes. So
Mm.
what was the first awareness sock we created?
I downloaded some awareness socks.
A Down syndrome awareness sock that John designed. And that raises money for,
At the NASDAQ download from my society.
right? And we have autism awareness socks and cerebral
Cerebral
palsy.
palsy.
We
Mm.
have our pet rescue socks, or
Right.
firefighter tribute socks. And they all raise money for different causes. So, we're a little company, but we've now donated over 475 US dollars to our charity partners. And John here has donated over $100,000 to the Special Olympics, more than any other Special Olympic athlete has ever done. Right?
Wow.